we're on now. When some weird Facebook message popped up and went away. I guess I will
Actually, you used the wrong who's in the title.
Did you read the summary then, sir?
No.
So I used the wrong everything in the title, if you look at it.
Oh,
Who's
I can
you
only
are
imagine
Daddy, Daddie. Yep, go ahead, read it out loud for the fans.
You're evil. You are evil, very evil. I can only imagine the brains exploding reading this. The chaos makes me giggle. What a jerk.
Now be a good kid and listen along.
This is Wise and Nerdy, where fatherhood meets fandom.
Hey, what happens when two Toys R Us adults grow up to be parents? They become co-hosts of the show where geeky fathers unite to share the joys, challenges, and hilarity of navigating parenthood. Because being a grown-up doesn't mean you stop being a fan. It just means your sidekick calls you dad. Boom, man, I nailed it. Almost. I forgot I was going to do it again, so I had to make it up the very first part of it. So I got the first part off, but there we go. Joe, Merry freaking Christmas, you filthy animal.
I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to say, what's the question of the week?
Well, you haven't started counting, so there we go.
1, 2, 10.
Okay, real quick. No jokes here.
Oh, there's going to be lots of jokes here.
But I'm not being funny. I don't want to get an argument out, blah, blah, blah. But what is your number one go-to Christmas movie?
Ooh. I don't know. So I love a ton of different Christmas movies.
I know, but what popped in your head? What popped in your head when I said Christmas movie?
White Christmas was one of the first things that popped in my head.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a
classic.
Good one. Yeah, and it stands the test of time, man. We watch it every year as well. It's my wife's favorite. My number one has always been Die Hard, but it has actually been slightly surpassed. Whoa. I still love that. I watch Die Hard. Actually, we watch the whole series every year.
Jumanji?
That's not a Christmas movie. Shut up.
It's got a Christmas scene at the end. What are you talking about?
At the end, no, shut up. Violent Night, where Santa Claus beats up all the terrorists in the house.
Is that's not the one that had Olivia?
No. Hers was different. Hers
Dunkley?
No, that's not her movie. Violent Night was the one with Hawkins. Oh man, Hellboy. I cannot think of his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And it has John Leguizamo as the bad guy. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. All right,
Sleigh Ride. That's the one with Olivia Dunkley.
Yeah.
I had to look it up. I'm sorry. I'm neurotic like that.
10. What is your favorite family tradition?
Yeah, we got a couple of people, aka my family, that called in on this one. I am curious to see what their favorite or family traditions are. So do you want to start with Bob or my wife?
I lose either way.
All right. Let's go with Bob. I don't know what he said, but I heard him getting quite loud while he was recording.
Oh, awesome.
So
good to know.
Hi, I'm Bob. And for the question of the week, what is your favorite family tradition? I'm gonna say opening presents. But for people who say that's not a family tradition,
they can
I'm gonna stay sleeping over at my grandparents' house on Christmas Eve. Brought to you by Bob 6. 7.
Joe feels my pain from dad jokes. He just felt that pain there. I love it so much, sir. So much. Good for you, Bob. And by default, Bob, you have won the show favorite kid of the year. Because Malachi just flips me the bird, and you won't even let Jebby near electronic devices because I've already corrupted him through the force. So it's whatever, man. It's whatever.
Oh, man.
Rock Bob of podcasting loves June 7th. Since he was
Bob.
All right, hit us with another one.
All right.
Hello, Wise and Nerdy family. Mrs. Underscore here. I will pick my favorite family tradition from the Christmas season, since it is the season. It is the day after Thanksgiving when we put up the Christmas tree as a family. We have an artificial tree, and we have since we've been married. So we always do that together. The kids have started to help out more, which is fun. And then Joe and I put up the lights, and then the kids help with the ornaments. And
Okay.
then Joe always puts on the
Get it.
star. We usually watch a Christmas movie while we're doing this, and it's been Home Alone for the past few years. And then we always have our first eggnog of the season while we put up the Christmas tree. The kids love it, and I love it, and it's just a fun way to start the Christmas season.
I suggest you change your movie up to Violent Night. Just that. Or if that's too much for you, Love Actually. Every 6-year-old loves Love Actually. Come on.
Oh, okay. Oh man,
No, that's cool. That is cool. But so the first face I made was she said the kids help. I interpreted that as help decorate the tree, and then she said you put on the lights. I'm like, you're doing it backwards. You don't put the ornaments on before the lights. And then she meant they actually helped put the physical tree up. So
yes.
now, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I occasionally miss having a real tree, but I don't miss some of the hassle that comes with having a real tree. All the different pine needles, and you remember to water it, and going out and getting it and whatnot.
I don't.
So you can't
that.
deny the convenience of a fake tree, but I do sometimes miss having a real tree. But because
do me a solid. I know it'll be a couple hours from now, but when you go upstairs and see your wife, actually, you're not going to do me a solid. Kelsey, do me a solid. Smack him one time upside the head, because nobody misses real trees. They just die on you. They get goop everywhere. They're the worst. So I'm going to tell you how you feel, Joe, just so you know. That's the season. Tis the season to do that.
Wow.
No.
I mean, like, as a teenager, what we would do is our family and my uncle's family would go to a Christmas tree farm. We'd go and cut down our own tree, and they had Clydesdales that we'd loaded up on the wagon behind them. And what?
I feel like you're making this up.
No, this is legit. They had hot apple cider there.
You got to go hang out with Clydesdales.
Yeah.
Who are you? Papa NASCAR, Bobcats out the wazoo apparently, and now the Budweiser horses. Because you lived in White Christmas. You went and, oh look, there's a giant horse. Let's throw a tree in the back of the sled, son, and drink hot coffee with the pinkies up. So what? Who are? I learn something new every week.
What? So if you're gonna
have Christmas tree farms too, and they're like, hey, and they spit in the ground because there's no snow, and then they tell you to go cut it yourself, and you drag it to your Volkswagen Beetle and take it home. I don't know.
Well, I guess in Pennsylvania they do Christmas tree farms a lot better than in the backwoods of Georgia.
Clydesdales.
Yeah, and then they have hot apple cider and hot cocoa, and they had like caramel corn, a bunch of others. They had like a little gift.
So that's almost like a little mini festival while you're cutting your tree down.
Yeah, like
trek? Was it like a 10-minute trek out into the woods to find the perfect tree? I'm really asking.
You had to you rode in the wagon with the Clydesdales out to where you would get the trees, because they take you to the section that was ready for cutting.
Yeah.
Because they've got all the stuff that's still growing. So they take you out there. They had a couple of their workers there with the saws, because you would cut down your own tree.
Yep.
And then you'd drag your
throw it back in. Did you have to wait on other families, or was it like a one at a time thing?
You'd have to wait on other families to.
So once you were done, you wait on every. Okay, I will say that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. We would do that. Yeah, our Christmas tree farms are not that at all, man. Tell me, it's like fresh snow on the ground and crap. They put little jingle bells on the horses.
Sometimes there was fresh snow, but I mean, it depended on the year and when we went. but yeah, it was fun.
How is Phil so grumpy? I don't understand. Devo says I love just 5 minutes from where the Clydesdales are housed and raised, so I win. And Mrs. Underscore says, you want to get a call in the middle of the night with nightmares? Drunk Uncle Charles, use my full title, thank you. And secondly, let's do this. I have a compound here. They can come here for summer camp for like 3 nights. And I will show them one good movie, and I will deal with the nightmares, sweat them out of it in the sweat lodges out here, and send them home new people.
So Jeb gets nightmares just from watching some scary
I
Minecraft
can help with
stuff.
that. I was just like, see, me and Jeb, we're kindred spirits. I was the same way when I was his age. My parents didn't like me watching Scooby-Doo because it gave me nightmares, but I now know where some of that came from. So I think it could help Jeb with that. Scotch ain't gonna hurt him, I promise. So, all right, well, okay, my family tradition.
I don't know if this counts as a family tradition, but one thing that Kelsey and I do every year is ever since we got our Ring doorbell, so whenever we go outside to unplug the Christmas lights at night before going to bed, we leave each other a little message, whoever unplugs it. Okay. And it's not necessarily a tradition, but it's just something little cute that we do that I like.
Get a diary. This is for dads, son.
Wow.
Come on.
What?
Oh, don't act like you're really hurt by that. What else am I supposed to say? Good. That's so lovely. Because it is. But I can't say that. It's not my character role in this show. Come on. Look, man. There, you get your validation. Some stalker on the internet at Neil07 says they love that one.
She watches every video that I put out on our Ring.
You know, we are not big on tradition in the house. We are very much a flowing family. But what I do love that even we have common occurrence, right? Because actually this year we did not go to Stone Mountain, and we've done it every year except one since Oakland was born. And the reason we stopped is it's just not what it was. They changed a bunch. They've been slowly changing some things, and we went with the changes to a certain point. Then they added this Santa Wonderland, and it was not good.
Not so Wonderland.
It was. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people liked it, but it was just it changed way too much. It's just we didn't like it. So I'm like, okay, well, that was a tradition, but it's not really anymore. But what I have found is everybody in the house, me the least, but everybody in the house gets excited that Christmas is coming. The kids came up with wanting to do a white elephant on their own. We're going to talk about some of that later. But they love the sport of it all, and they always want to insist on doing it Christmas Eve night, which they say, well, we always do it that way. It's like you've twisted our arm for like the last 5 years, and I don't really care. So like Christmas Eve morning, we go see my dad now, but my parents, and then Christmas Eve night they get in their stuff, and then Christmas morning and everybody just sleeps in except Erin because she's getting ready to host Christmas family dinner, and that's everybody comes over. So I love that. The kids very much all look forward to being a part of that. In fact, even Oakland's even working Christmas Day, but he told me he wasn't going to work Christmas Eve. So that's kind of our time when we come back from Athens and all that. So that's about as close as I get, but I dig it. And I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm happy not to sing Happy Birthday to Jesus this year. So you don't know that one? Well, that's a story for another show. Let's roll some dice. Patreon.
Mom would do?
Patreon.com/wise_n_nerdy. And I will tell that story at the end of the show.
Okay. All right. 3 it is.
How do I?
Which is one of our pivots right before the show started. How do I feel about white elephant gift exchanges?
Okay, you got to define it a little bit. Well, not define it. I'm going to categorize it. Family.
We should explain what white elephant is in general, because not everyone's going to be familiar with it.
Fair enough.
So a white elephant gift exchange is where everyone brings a gift, and then you randomly decide who's going to open first. And when you open, you then have that gift, but people down the line can steal the gift from you. And depending on how you're playing, there's usually a limit on the number of times a gift can be stolen before it gets frozen. And so sometimes there's some great reactions when stuff gets stolen that people really wanted. And so you can do white elephants as a family. I've done it at a church party before.
Yeah.
I've done it more often with
It's
coworkers.
good for office parties and stuff because
Yeah.
you're not having to pick something for somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. So like yesterday, I went to lunch with my former team, not my current work team, and we did a white elephant. And so you never know what you're going to get there. But like, as a for instance, because sometimes stuff will come back.
Why, for instance, tell us what you got. Come on. What'd you get?
That.
It's way Hello Kitty bookmark. It's way I don't know. It's way in the background. It's kind of what it looks like to me. I can't. I mean, it's. I see white and like almost a red bow. So that's what I thought of. Go get it.
I'll go get it.
Fetch.
It's funny. It's funny.
Okay. Is that
there's a glare?
Is that Tom Green?
There we go. No, that's my former team lead and his chicken, and he signed it. So it's a picture of my former team lead and his chicken, and he signed it.
It's autographed.
And so after it was done, and no one stole this from me, he was like, "Joe, open up the back." And so I opened it up, and there was a Chick-fil-A
nice.
Gift card in there.
Nice.
But
okay, it's a great. So that's the thing about White Elephant. You can go for the Devo. I thought you looked like Tom Green. Also, you can go for the funny present because people laugh, they joke, they'll don't you want to steal it, those kind of things. Or you can try to go for something you think everybody want to steal. Or the third option, I think, is you get something that you want to take home so that maybe you steal your own gift because you didn't want everybody else's stuff. It's options. That's all I'm saying.
I mentioned one at church.
Yes.
And apparently, this was my first year living in this particular area, but apparently a returning white elephant gift was a bedpan. And so people were just laughing hysterically that the bedpan from the previous year had come back again. But then you mentioned funny gifts. That same year, that same white elephant, someone bought one of the, I think it was Spencer's, had the world's largest pair of underwear.
Okay.
And so that came back, and a bunch of the men, like 4 guys, fit in this one pair of underwear, and they took a picture in it and had fun with it.
Yeah.
But then there was more reasonable things like someone brought a couple of full crabs in an ice chest, like as the gift. And but yeah, with my work one, he wasn't there this year because he's on a cruise. But there's one guy that he always just brings wine with one of those ugly Christmas sweater cozies on it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. I think that white elephant with the right crowd can be a lot of fun. With the wrong crowd, they're just boring and you're like,
yeah, that's my take on it as well. The first one I ever did was for one of the first EMS companies I worked for, and they did so even though we had 2 counties and we were supposed to work together, we almost never interacted. And it might as well have been a whole different company we just don't know that side of the company. But they had a joint Christmas party one year instead of the separate ones that they had. And so now I'm in a room with a bunch of people I don't know. And that most of them, because the other county was much larger, our county was much smaller as far as the team went. So like 2 or 3 people from my team went, and the rest of the 30 or 40 people were the other side of the company. And I had a buzz cut. I was first married very early on in EMS, and I had a shaved head basically. And I got stuck with this Conair set of hairbrushes and combs, which everybody thought was hilarious. I'm like, this is the crappiest gift I could go home with. I was not happy with that at all. And I forget what it was, but I had a really cool gift that I'd stolen from somebody, and then somebody else stole it from me because I wasn't the last stealer or whatever it was. But otherwise, yeah, right on it. I go to a friend's house, and we do one each year. And then the kids, like I said, a couple years ago, they discovered it, and they very much are into it. And last year, Ryland thought it was hilarious. And so I talked to him this year. It's like either you got to up your game on the joke, but you did achieve what you were trying to do. We all kind of got serious gifts, like gifts we thought would be cool, and we were trying to fight over who'd win the White Elephant War, right? Who's present won. And we all got good ones, except he got this hot dog steamer for the microwave. It was probably like $5, but it was in the shape of like a weenie dog with a little weenie dog head and the tail sticking out the end of it. And so now that's competing with a tote, like one of our Dragon Con black totes with a yellow lid, a tote full of snacks, which is what won. Erin did that one. She filled it up with all kind of snacks and drinks and stuff, and one kid got to have it, and they could part it out however they just so deemed. Crosby found a Lego like Glock gun that actually didn't work like a real gun, but once you put it was still sliding like a pretend gun, right? So that was cool.
Okay.
You know, I got like these wearable heating blankets because I knew the girls would go nuts over. And so there's all this stuff out there. It's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. This is kind of cool. And Oakland got stuck with the weenie dog. And he was so disappointed. And I felt bad, but that's kind of the game. And I already bought something for Oakland. Sometimes we buy some, like Aaron and I, if we want to, we'll buy stuff for the kids, you know, whatever. But I talked to Rylan this year. It's like, dude, it's still being talked about. Like as soon as this Christmas started coming, that stupid dog came up. And I said, but you might want to up your game. I told him, either you really want to make an impression, but not a crappy gift impression, a strong, funny gift impression, like an actual white elephant as a white elephant gift. Because it's a story, right? If you get a nice enough looking one, it doesn't have to be expensive, but a cheap one for Michael's, you know, somebody puts it on their mantle and goes, oh, you'll never, I'll get that at a white elephant, party, you know. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the chaos that's going to come on Christmas Eve with white elephants. And other than that, it's just my family. You're big in your church. Like you know that audience. For me, I was never connected to that kind of audience. So it almost terrifies me to think about going to a church white elephant.
Well, and so that one, I was a teenager at the time, and I didn't even realize it was going to be a white elephant until I got there. And I was like, I didn't bring anything. But some of the leadership who had organized it figured that people wouldn't realize it, and they brought several extra gifts. And they're like, okay, we need to put this many extra gifts in there because these people didn't realize or forgot or whatever. So there were still gifts for everyone, and I was allowed to participate even though I didn't bring a gift. So that was nice.
Yeah. All right. Roll that dice, like Bob says.
Cha. Number 2.
Hey, what was it?
Daddy,
it was number 2.
Tell me a story.
Oh, Bobby popped up. Oh, Bob, man.
Yeah.
And you know how married couples talk about their hall passes and this and that. Joe,
that's a dumb idea.
I would replace you with Bob Magoo in a heartbeat. I love you, man, but I would absolutely replace you with Bob Magoo.
You're the butt face if you take a hall pass. If you actually take it seriously.
Look, I rule that a hall pass with Bob Magoo as a co-host is allowable. Okay.
But anyway,
story.
Tell me a story
about whose is this? Is this mine? How about getting into the spirit of giving?
Yeah.
Whose story was that?
Do you not have a story about getting into the spirit of giving?
I have a cranky Grinchmas story, I can tell you.
Wow.
Because I think let me get my Grinch out, then you can tell your lovely story, and we know whose side everybody will land on, yours. But, okay, I think holidays are freaking stupid. I think it's dumb to have one day that, I'm going to give to but the people that love some gifts. Shut up. Get it all the time, man. I hate Valentine's Day for the same reason. If I think of something romantic for my wife, I will get it for her. And the same. And we've taught the kids the same. So I don't get into the spirit of giving, Joe. I am the spirit of giving. All right, your turn.
Now I'm just imagining that someone buys you a Grinch onesie to go along with your Snorlax
do not
onesie.
put that. No, don't put that out to the universe. Because you did that once before as some Snorlax crap showed up. Which, by the way, I need to bring out here because it's going to get cold again. Yeah.
Oh, man. So, growing up, my dad got really into Christmas. And when we were living in Washington State, financially we were not doing great. That's shortly before we declared bankruptcy.
Okay.
And so I remember being on the receiving end of people's charity during that time. The church there had a Christmas tree, a giving tree, where all of the ornaments on it were just tags like buy a gift for a 7-year-old boy or a 9-year-old girl or whatever. And
angel trees, giving trees. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there like that. It's really cool.
And so Devo says it's brilliant. He's got to get the Grinch onesie for you. But anyway, so I was on the receiving end of that as when I was 10, 11 ish. When after declaring bankruptcy, we moved to Pennsylvania, and both of my parents were working at a normal job instead of, well, I mean, my dad was a mechanic. It was a normal job, but he was a business owner. He owned the business. So when I say normal job, I mean not self-employed, but employed by an actual company.
Fair enough. Gotcha.
They were both working for Xerox as maintenance for copy machines for companies.
Okay.
So anyway, we were doing decently financially, and so during those years while we were there, my dad wanted to pay it forward.
Nice. Yeah.
And so each year we would pick someone that we knew, and we would do 12 days of Christmas for them. And so in our family, what that looked like was, for the 12 days leading up to Christmas, each night we would go and drop off a gift and ding dong ditch them. And so as kids, it was a lot of fun because we're sneaky, we're being spies,
and it's a positive
or whatever.
result too. Yeah.
And so we would pick someone in need, and we'd drop off various gifts to the people. And we think about what they as a family could use. And so oftentimes at least one, if not multiple, were like baked goods and stuff like that, something that we made. But then other times it was like gift cards to eating out, or toys, or different things. And so that was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And then after my dad passed, we were again more on we don't have a ton of money. But at that time I started working. I was working at Burger King, and my senior year of high school, I was only going to school part-time. I was only going to school for the first half of the day, and then I would go work 8 hours. I was working usually about 40 hours a week. Yeah, then the cops got called on me ringing the doorbell. No, I don't think we ever had the cops called on us, but we definitely had some fun with it. And so it wasn't giving to other people per se, but because I had been working basically full time at Burger King, I had accrued some money. And so I went out of my way to buy some big presents for my siblings during that time to help ease the burden on my mom and things like that. So I remember buying a PlayStation 2 one year for my siblings, and well, for me too, to be honest. And things like that, just getting some of the bigger gifts. And so it made me really appreciate what my parents had done for me. And as I've now, I've been a parent for quite some time now, it made me appreciate just the amount of wonder and magic that my parents really infused into Christmas as a kid.
I love it. I do. First, fun fact, did you know the 12 days of Christmas are supposed to start on Christmas Day?
Oh, nope.
That nobody does, but it's just fun. It's like, because it's Christmas Day is the 2 turtle doves, and it just builds out. Either way, still a cool idea. Love that you did that. Secondly, we've definitely raised our kids on going to the angel tree. And in fact, we were giving to like an angel tree kind of project in this one church we were in when the kids were little. And I mean, we weren't poor, but we weren't rich either, right? But we did okay, is the point. And sneakily, even though, I mean, we not just donated stuff, we went and bought some stuff, but we donated our time to come and wrap and deliver. And so we thought that'd be the greatest thing. It was for the kids to take. It's a big old garbage bag full of presents for a household. And they did it for like 17 households. It was a kind of a mega church kind of deal. But they were doing what churches should do. And it was really cool. And then they turned around and here's a bag of stuff for our kids. And that was fun. So we've raised them on doing the angel trees and this and that and the other. I want to get to the next level. This is a story I heard, or my wife told me, so it either came off of Facebook or TikTok, but there's a guy and, there's a time limit on these giving trees, right? Because it's like, okay, you have to have enough time to get it back to wherever is organizing it, so then they can get it to the families. Because sometimes it's not a public ordeal because people are embarrassed and some, whatever. It's usually a get it by this date and turn it in, and inevitably there are always I won't keep saying angel because that's what it's called here locally is angel tree, but they use angel cardboard cutouts with all the stuff written on it. There's inevitably angels still left on the tree. This dude, and in this case, whatever kind of program it was like older teenagers, 14, 15, 16, 17 years of age. And of course, teenagers, especially when they're like, just write down what you want, they have big eyes and big budgets. Right? Yeah. And bigger needs. And side note, the one we participate in at the community centers, it's the county community center does it. They have a rule. You don't get you buy everything on the list. Now, they make sure they tell the families that we got to keep it where people can buy everything on the list. But you don't get to pick, okay, they need pants, here's their size. They need a shirt, here's their size. But they also want Harry Potter books. And they also want, they say, yeah, don't just get the pants. That's kind of crappy. You wouldn't want that for Christmas. Yes, they need it, but get them the ones. So anyway, that's a cool thing. Cool rule. But anyway, this guy will go right like on the last day that is supposed to be there. He'll go in the morning and take all the rest of the angels and buy them everything on their list. Wow. And I'm talking about iPads, computers for school, Beats, headphones. He spent like, I think, and I don't know if this is a lot to him or not, but it obviously meant everything to these kids. He spent like $4,000 or $5,000 just clearing that out. I'm like, that's where I want to be. That's my next step is to go, close to where I live and go, okay, churches, community centers, who's got stuff left? We'll go buy it. We'll go buy it all. And change lives, and then nobody needs to know about it. Just y'all deliver it, and it's all good. We know that it'll affect us. I think that's a really cool idea. I like it. We should make him do white elephant on it though. It's like you don't know what's in this gift, but y'all might steal it. It's okay.
Oh man, I love hearing stories like that though.
Yeah, right.
Just. Some people's generosity just astounds me, and I love it.
It's awesome. So I think it's time for some more dice.
Today, Junior. All right, number one.
What are you nerding about?
We get that one like every time.
What are you nerding about?
Hey. Who's complaining? I didn't hear anybody complaining. Who's complaining? Your face is complaining.
Wow.
Okay. What are you nerding out about? Is this an anime? Is Pete's Christmas an anime?
It is not.
Okay, because I would say it's an isekai that takes them to the desert where they've never heard about Christmas, but then they have to fight aliens.
No, so I found Pete's Christmas a couple years back when I was just looking for something to watch, and it is a time loop Christmas movie.
Okay.
So
I like a good time loop.
Yeah. So Pete, the actor that plays Pete, is the kid from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I don't remember the actor's name.
Sure, I wouldn't know it either way. But yeah.
Yeah. And so he has the worst Christmas ever, and then gets stuck in a time loop. And so he is progressively trying to make it a better Christmas and trying to figure out how to make it a better Christmas. And so like everything that could go wrong went wrong during the first iteration. But by the end, he's not only made it a perfect Christmas for himself, he's made it a perfect Christmas for his family.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a couple of other time loopy ones. Like there's one that's more recent a more recent that is called, I think, Christmas Again or something like that. And the main character is a selfish little jerk, in my opinion. Even by the end, she technically learns her lesson, but it was like, eh. Whereas this one, I think, has a lot more heart to it. And the focus of this one, the message behind this is, yeah, Groundhog Christmas. The message behind this one is more of helping those around you and making time for your family. Because in the end, mild spoiler alert, he doesn't get anything for Christmas, even in the
right,
perfect
even
one.
the perfect one.
And so, yeah, and so we've been watching it just for the past few years. It's like 12 years old at this point, the movie, but I've liked it quite a bit, and I haven't heard anybody else ever talk about it, and so I'm just
I
like,
haven't heard of it. Yeah,
I like it quite a bit. We watched it just the other day this year, and it's really good.
all right, I dig it, man. Mine is not Christmas related at all. I have been wanting to play this game for a long time, and just recently, as in like this week, I am swapping from Spotify Family, which is $20 a month, and it's fine, it's good. They finally got Real Shuffle, but it's just, I don't know, it's okay, and it's just music. I swapped over to Apple's A1, I think is what it's called, where it's for
steak sauce.
Oh that's it, 100%. Yeah, because the stakes were too high. You remember that stupid joke that old dead Bob told? All right.
It was great. That's what Kurt told it.
That's what I meant to say, dead Kurt. All right. So you derail me, sir. Stop it. But for $5 more, my whole family gets covered with music and the arcade, Apple Arcade and Apple TV and all this other stuff. So we just swapped up to that. And they have the game on Apple Arcade, Cult of the Lamb. And the whole point of this game is this cutesy art style with gothic overtones and whatnot, is you're the last of the possible chosen ones that could stop this old god uprising or something. And so they try to sacrifice you, but then there's another old god that they had ignored, and he's like, no, I'll bring you back, and you go take them down. And so you're this little lamb, but literally,
Okay.
and I have to go slay and dance in the blood of my enemies and recruit followers and get them into my cult. And then they'll go do things for me. It's hilarious, man. And I am good at it. And I am enjoying it.
You're good at starting a cult? I never would have known.
Never would have thought. So, yeah. No, I'm having fun with that.
Man.
And then oddly enough, and I say it for me, oddly enough, is Alien Earth. I know I put an S on it, didn't mean to, but I'm going to fix this on my phone. I don't care. But Alien Earth, I just finished that series on Hulu. Fantastic. And I say oddly enough because I'm okay with alien movies. I've seen them all. I don't think I've seen any one of them more than once. Predator was more my speed.
Not even Independence Day?
Joe, stick with the
EXE
program.
Stop working.
Yeah. Halt and Catch
You're talking
Fire.
literally about the Aliens movies. Got it. You're not talking about like the genre. You're talking about the franchise. Understood now.
Look,
Got it.
Mormon, you need to calm down. Stop drinking the Dr. Dews or whatever and get on more water. All right. Especially from Flint, Michigan. You'll be all right. The Alien movies that everybody else in this world knew exactly what I'm talking about. And you did too, because your dad was a big horror fan. So I know you watched more of that than I did. Predator's more my style. But I have
you're
felt...
a big fan of Predator versus Alien.
No. AVP, I've watched both of those. They're great.
No, is it Alien versus Predator, not Predator versus Alien?
Yeah. That's kind of alphabetical.
And the tease that they did that never
came out. Yeah, I know. But technically, that particularly didn't come about. It gave you the understanding that these things are just predatory species, invasive species. So they will take on traits of, all the different things. Anyway, I've not watched any of them more than once. They've been fine, except the Alien versus Predators, because I'm watching the Predators kill the aliens. It's awesome. I do enjoy it. I like the mythos. I try it out. Alien Earth, fan-freaking-tastic. Noah Hawley is the writer and director, and he did Legion, which is a very weird and twisted X-Men based story for FX. There's a few other movies that he's done that I've really liked, but because he did it and because I'm a okay fan of it, I really liked where they went with all of it and the expansion of the universe. And I'm looking forward to, on a separate kind of note, I'm looking forward to Predator Badlands. I haven't seen Badlands yet, but I'm finally going, oh, now you're giving us more of the universe. Yeah, it's the newest one.
Apparently, Diva says the new Predator movie was quite, movie was quite good.
I expected that to be true because it's the same director who did Prey, which was the direct-to-Hulu Predator movie that came out a few years ago, and it was one of the best ones they've ever made.
The trailers looked good. I haven't seen it, but the trailers do look good.
What I am excited about on it is all the other Predator movies having basically been on Earth, right? At some time frame on Earth, fighting warriors. Aliens versus Predator, they're there kind of hunting big game type of deal, hunting the aliens down, right? They try. Well, you don't care because if you did, you'd have watched it in 1990 something when it came out. But the first Aliens versus Predator, they trapped a queen and to birth aliens so they could come and hunt them. Badlands is finally something else in the universe. We get to see that race of the Predator race, more of their story and more of how they do things. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't come anywhere near Earth, which makes me happy.
You know, it would be an interesting crossover.
I don't want to hear this bad dad joke.
Not a bad dad joke. No. Predator and Halo. Think about it.
Yeah, Master Chief. Are they together versus their own enemies, or are they versus each other?
See, I could see it either way, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
And either way, I think could make for an interesting film. If I think that would be an interesting crossover. Personally.
K-pop alien hunter.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I recommend. I know Joe, you like horror films. Are you a fan of the Alien franchise?
I've seen a couple of them. They're all right.
The worst one, I think, was 3. I think Alien 3. Although we got to see aliens swimming in water, which is really scary. The clone idea, I didn't care for it. Everybody else, a lot of people hate Romulus. I liked it. I liked Alien Romulus. Prometheus. They hate Prometheus. I apologize.
One of those other Greek names.
But yeah, I actually recommend. I do highly recommend Alien Earth for you. I think you will get a lot out of it. So that's my nerd ounce this week. You're typing something, somebody.
I'm pivoting the question of the week announcement.
Okay.
For next time.
Right. We still have what we got: Parliament and commercial and bad dad jokes. All right, roll the dice.
All right. All right. Number 6, your favorite.
Bad dad jokes.
And I do believe we have one from Devo.
Hey, Charles, why should you not invite your Baptist friends to go fishing? Because they'll drink all your beer.
I think Joe, God, I can't imagine it was you, but everything in me says you told me this joke. No, it's probably Kurt, and you were there, and that's what made me think of it. But what's the difference between a Baptist and a Methodist? The Methodist will say hi to you in the liquor store. The Baptist store sneaks out. So, yeah.
Oh man, we've got one from this is a bit of a darker one from the full run through.
All right.
I just learned that George Foreman passed away back in March. Do you think when they closed the lid of his casket, they waited for the little light to turn off to know he was done?
That is so dumb. I don't know why that one got me. That one, that one got me. That was all right. Because I actually thought he was going. I was like, oh no, he's going somewhere gross, and like bodily fluids dripping down into the tray or something. Nope, he went in a different direction. There you go.
I ordered a chicken and egg from Amazon. I'll let you know.
No. That's just. I thought you've done the most stupid, and then that happened. So no. All right, we're gonna do a commercial break because we got some special stuff to play coming out of the commercial break. I have still not loaded music that Devo gave to us. Working on things, we're getting there.
He's been working on the railroad.
You know, I'm gonna set up the videos while one at a time. But while you, what's the question of the week? Oh, you know what? Hey, commercial time. Call Dad. wiseandnerdy.com/call dad. Just like old Jebby did, and Bob and Devo. We'd love to hear your voice on the show. Make it your New Year's resolution as you're coming up on the new year for 2026 that you'll call in once a week. wiseandnerdy.com/call dad. And of course, patreon.com/wise_n_nerdy. All right. What's question of the week, sir?
Or just wiseandnerdy.com/allowance.
You're going to have to keep reminding me of that. Yeah. /allowance. Because we're the only daddies. You pay us to be in the family.
Yeah, you pay us. We'll come back with the milk.
Oh yeah, Devo says I can lead a Charleston music, but I can't make him play it. For the record, Joe has not loaded up any either. Joe was supposed to pick out like 3 or 4 of his favorites. So I don't. Yeah, both of us, sir.
Okay.
All right.
So the pivot on the question of the week. So the question of the week for January 15th is now: if you could have any 2 IPs do a crossover, which 2 would you choose?
All right, that's a good one.
I thought so.
Danger Mouse and Tom and Jerry. I will not remember that in 3 weeks. I had to tell that one just right now as it hit my brain.
See, when you said Danger Mouse, my immediate thought was Speedy Gonzalez. So then you got Danger Mouse and Speedy Gonzalez.
That's a good
one. Mouse Avengers.
But I can just see Danger Mouse versus Tom. Too good. Too good.
Oh, man.
Okay.
And then
any other speak pipes?
That's what I was just wondering. Nope.
Okay.
We do not.
Devo has been working on a super secret project, and I mean that. Like, I was not aware of it, whatever he's done here. And he teased out Tuesday night on Be Awesome Together that he might put something in Joe and I's digital stocking, and apparently he did. And this is in no particular order. I just have both tabs open. So we're going to share this one, and you should be able to hear it. This is the 5-minute one. Okay. There's no sound yet.
I've never had a good idea.
I need to hammer my gavel when we do bottom of Papa.
Oh, okay. The speakers are out.
I guess we're going to have to read these as we go.
Cutting off the ends of the gavel.
Oh, when he's making the gavel for you.
Yeah.
Oh, he bought an actual gavel and then attached the... Okay.
So I'm going to go back and read these things they put on screen. Sorry. Yeah. I've never had a good idea, but no one want to see or hear one. Terry,
I need to hammer my gavel when we do bottom of
I guess
Papa.
This is me young about wanting a gavel.
Okay.
An idea of salvation by imagination. Frank Lloyd Wright.
So it's Devo cutting off the ends of the gavel that he had made for Charles. So this is him making it. Okay. And then attaching the dice to it.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to link these videos in the show notes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I like watching videos of people making stuff.
So because there's no audio, we'll play later. We let them link it out and give us some links. So then that's cool. Let's get to the end just to see. Oh, so the end is where he gives it to us.
If I'm gonna when she forces me to rap, I'll give you a comic book.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to read it to everybody. You need to go watch it on his channel so that he gets all the credit and stuff.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
that was cool.
I don't know if those Actually, I know that those aren't. I don't know where he pulled that video from, because I had superimposed some of the videos from Dragon Con into their own clips, and it was hard to hear the audience at different times. So I had to listen to it like 4 or 5 different times and write down what they were saying, so that people who were watching the video after the fact could actually understand what was being said.
Gotcha.
So yeah, he put the subtitles on there when he approached the talent.
Now this says a Dragon Con confession to Joe.
Oh.
Right. And it's a short, and audio's on. Devo's Dragon Con confession to Joe. We'll pause this. After a late panel, a visibly tired Joe went ahead to wait for me at the hotel door. ... While on my way to meet Joe, I caught Joe dancing. Just joking, actually. I took a short 20 seconds. Keep it coming. It's a good dancer around. And I didn't know I don't know the sound, but it's Look, he's just doing the human shuffle. Loving it. I'm sorry. You couldn't have joined in, but there's next year.
It's true.
Nice. Very cool. Stop that. So thank you, TiVo. That's some fun stuff there.
For the Spotify version of this, you might have to cut that out so we don't get copyright strikes for the music.
You heard music? I heard nothing. I'm not kidding. I got no audio on my side for the podcast whatsoever.
Oh.
I had all the stuff turned up. I checked the board.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing, man.
No, I could hear the music from those. It was quite loud. I couldn't hear you when you were talking.
Oh. I don't know if it's a talk. Yeah, so the podcast has no music. That's why I talked over it, because to me it was literally the silent movies. Nothing. Okay. Well, there you go. That's live. So if you want to hear the music, we'll probably get copyright strict. That place over on YouTube. So anyway, okay. And all right, well, we're to the Parliament of Papas and a new segment called "Is Scrooge a Villain?" Yep. All right, Joe, what do we got here?
Yeah, so the Parliament, and it was a little bit late notice, but I did put it in our Discord that if anyone wanted to pipe in, but no one did. Those jerks. No, we like the people in our Discord. But no, so, yeah. There's a couple of people who have with overinflated egos that
you can't even let go of my ego, baby.
Yeah, with overinflated egos. I said it right.
What's the problem? What's Scrooge? All right, Scrooge it up. Let's go.
Yeah. So, is Scrooge a villain? You say yes. So, what in your mind makes him a villain?
He is the representation of the corporate overlords who hold all of us down. Although I did find out a fun fact that at 15 shillings back in 18 whatever when this was written, Bob Cratchit was making more than minimum wage workers are now. So, yeah. No, he's a villain because he's just nasty. He's just mean. He won't heat up the printing press or wherever the heck his office. He won't give a lump of coal to old. I don't even know the characters' names. I don't care anymore.
Old Bob Cratchit.
That's really it. It was just the coal thing. You know what? And so, honestly, it's England in the middle of winter in 18 whatever. Blah blah blah. Nobody's going to come do business with him on Christmas. So no.
Counterpoint. He's working in that office too. He's dealing with the cold too. He's not.
No.
He's not holding anyone to any standards that he isn't willing to do himself.
My wife's grandfather, he didn't starve, right? But he was in the foxholes in France in World War II. somehow that relates to, this is how it's always been told, somehow that relates directly to, he just doesn't waste anything because they never knew when they were going to get the next meal or something. He would literally scrape mold off of Jell-O and eat it. That is still not a good thing. That's you're going to eat moldy Jell-O, Joe, because he eat moldy Jell-O. No.
I'm not saying that he makes the best choices.
But you're not
just saying,
why
I
is
don't
he a
think
hero?
he's a villain. I never said he was a hero.
Then what is he? If he can't be a hero, he can't be a villain. He's a Mormon.
No. He's just a person. Now, he is very obsessed with money. Very obsessed with money. But now the version that we watch is why am I blanking on the actor's name? We watched the older version, okay? The Albert Finney version. And in that, like I said, he's working in the cold office. His whole personality, and I'm not saying it's right, but his whole thing is he's judging people based on his own belief system. He sees people spending money frivolously and he judges them for it because in his mind, would they be poor if they would save like he did?
Who cares? Rich didn't make him happy.
No, it didn't.
But who did he like? Name one person he liked in that entire
nobody.
movie.
He didn't like
anybody. Exactly.
He didn't even like himself.
Exactly. Which makes him the number one villain because he hated himself. He knew he was the bad guy. He knew he was the bad guy.
So a lot
because
of people,
he hated himself for it.
A lot of people look at Scrooge and they see the epitome of greed.
The love of money is the root of all evil.
Okay.
Thus says the Lord.
I would contend that the real message behind Scrooge is that he wasn't living. He wasn't living his life.
No crap. He looked like an undertaker.
And look at his house.
Wait. We're not arguing the moral point of the story. Is Scrooge a villain? Facts don't have feelings. Facts, sir, do not have feelings.
What did he do that was villainous, though? What did he do that was wrong? You pretending to be frozen.
Oh, I'm dizzy. Oh, no, I'm dizzy.
Wait, hold on. You can't just cheap out of the...
Follow these nerdy dads on social media. Charles at Rock God of Podcasting. Joe at Joseph_Ard. Check out the website, wiseandnerdy.com. And as always, they may not be your father, but they'll always be your daddy.
Charles is the villain.
I never lose. Good day, sir. I said good day, sir.